r/confidently incorrect. This guy thinks pickles are pickled cucumbers. He also probably thinks raisins are raisin grapes. Elon Musk replied, "Public transport versus private transport. Extremely misleading image as it doesn't reflect true crime costs to people or reign in pain." President Biden, "As a nation, we must ask, when in God's name will we stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name will we do what needs to be done? I'm sick and tired of it. We have to act. My brother in Christ, you are quite literally the president." The troops are aghast that this buffoon is the president. Joe Biden digs into that pizza pie like an animal before the soldiers got any. In the military, the senior officer always eats last, and have some manners for crying out loud. Dude, look at Joe Biden right now. He's like, pizza. Georgia isn't even in Europe, it's in America. Well, we're definitely in Europe and hopefully soon in the EU. But I wouldn't mind if we were in the USA. Both works for me. No, Georgia is the USA. If @real Donald Trump were to lose, he won't. His supporters will go to work tomorrow just as we do every day. When Biden loses, his supporters will likely loot and riot. Tells you everything you need to know. #Trump 2020. Wildlife biologist here, the people are way too close. A black bear with cubs can be very aggressive, and what she will/won't tolerate isn't always clear. If she hurts someone, the state will euthanize her, and her cubs will either starve, or if caught, spend their life in cages. You do realize a black bear will most likely just charge, right? Very rarely will they ever attack. As for the people, the bear clearly understood that they weren't a threat to them. Literally mansplaining a wildlife biologist about wildlife? Hey, for those who don't know, mansplaining is when a man explains something that you probably already know. Just thought I'd let you know. Yes, I just mansplained mansplaining. Jacob Chansley got 3 years for a nonviolent crime. He already spent 300+ days in solitary confinement. Daily Wire host says it is unscientific to cast a black person as a mermaid. From a scientific perspective, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. I didn't know racism was a problem in the sea too. This is the reaction to a flu shot 2 years ago. I'm in nursing school and don't have a choice. Any idea of why/how this would happen? My doc tried to say it's because I was allergic to the Band-Aid, but I've never been allergic before or after, so it's obviously a lie. Finally excited to share the pictures with people that actually agree that it's likely from the vaccine. Girl, that's a Band-Aid mark. Donald J. Trump. We are up big, but they are trying to steal the election. We will never let them do it. Votes cannot be cast after the polls are closed. And now he's going to jail for this. Amazon help. Thank you for that information. We apologize, but upon reviewing your location, you're in Northern Ireland. Rugby Autumn Nations Cup coverage is exclusively available to Prime members based in the UK. We don't have the rights to other territories, RS. So in other words, Amazon's saying, go f*** yourself, Northern Ireland. Doesn't it say 60 calories on the calorie weigher? That's a scale, it measures food in grams. You can't tell how many calories are in a food by its weight. I'm honestly surprised you were able to create a Reddit account but don't understand basic logic. I literally have one at home and it tells me the calories of foods. Calories are based on weight because if you have more food, obviously it will have more calories. Cringe. Oh god, LOL. Calorie weigher is taking me out! Hey, in that guy's defense, most people that create a Reddit account probably don't understand basic logic. Myself included. 68% of Americans blame Biden for high gas prices. The other 32% actually know how economics work. This is bad English. Them in that sentence implies there is more than one person. You can refer to a singular person as they/them, that's basic grammar. Nah, he/she are their name. Their name, wow. Riots are the voice of the unheard. Martin Luther King would not agree. All they do is cause a situation worse, WWJD. That's a quote directly from him. Get serious. Marijuana has been proven to lead to stronger and stronger kinds of drug use. Alcohol does not. And alcohol make people more sociable and sexual. Marijuana does the exact opposite. So what's your point again? Wow, that's a whole lot of stuff you just made up there. Impressive. It's been a year since the last time I announced this, so I think it's time for my yearly update. PSA, we do not pee out of our vagina. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, see you next year. Well, you probably don't do it out of your arses, though you do talk out of there, LOL, and that leaves the vagina unless there is a third hole somewhere for the pee to come out of. I'm guessing no one here has ever taken a biology class. This is Elon Musk. Elon wanted a new payment method on the internet, so he created PayPal. Elon wanted an innovative electric car, so he founded Tesla Motors. Elon wanted to give people the chance to go to space, so he created SpaceX. Elon isn't complaining how sad the world is. Elon is changing the world. Be like Elon. If I gotta be like Elon, I need $1 billion to be able to buy a company like PayPal, buy a company like Tesla, buy a company like SpaceX, and take credit for them all. We watch in complete shock as the Taliban takes control of Afghanistan. I am deeply worried about women, minorities, and human rights advocates. Global, regional, and local powers must call for an immediate ceasefire, provide urgent humanitarian aid, and protect refugees and civilians. Madam, you only worry, but do nothing? She was willing to get killed as a child to stand up for her right to read. She got shot in the face. What did you do? The higher the FPS, the smoother it is. Why wouldn't you want that? What's with FNMFs and everything being smooth? 24 FPS adds intensity to a clip. That's why movies and shit are edited in 24, plus some people like the look. Yeah, but movies are hours long, so they don't have enough time to do 60 frames every second, and it doesn't add intensity, it just makes it choppy for no reason. Bro, you realize that is not the reason they don't make movies 60 FPS. Yes, it is, because if the movie is 2 hours long and you change from 24 FPS to 60 FPS, it will be 2.5 times longer and people won't watch a 5-hour movie. You know, I'm thinking about everything being smooth, it's starting in that guy's brain. Transforming ordinary CEOs into extraordinary leaders. Today, my friend Jeff saw that someone had misspelled a word and accidentally coined a whole new portmanteau word with deep meaning. Arrogant, when you're completely wrong but totally certain about it. Well, you, my friend, are acting a little arrogant here. How to say I can speak Afrikaans now in Afrikaans. Educate yourself. Afrikaans isn't a language. It seems like you're asking how to say hello in Europeans, Asians, or Americans. These are continents. Africa has more than 50 countries with a lot of underrated languages such as Swahili, Zulu. The irony in this comment. What's wrong with asking how to say hello in American? Why is it cancelled in the UK but cancelled in America? Oh, I actually know the answer to this one. American newspaper ads charge by the letter, so a lot of people would eliminate unnecessary letters like the second L in cancelled or the U in color. Some of these spelling changes were used so often that they stuck, and now Americans just spell some words differently. In summary, Americans spell things weird because capitalism. Yeah, but how do you think we got so rich? If there was a contraceptive vaccine, but after taking it you could still get pregnant, and you still had to wear a condom, would you still take it? It really is that stupid. No, that's like way more stupid than anything else I've ever seen before. It's not really that stupid. A really nasty woman sitting next to me in a diner on the UWS called over our waitress rudely and said, "I don't know what kind of ruse you're trying to perpetrate. I've had soup du jour before," and points to bowl. This isn't it. It is reported that the media is upset because I got into a secure vehicle to say thank you to the many fans and supporters who were standing outside of the hospital for many hours, and even days, to pay their respect to their president. If I didn't do it, media would say rude. Literally no one would say that. You know what, no, just to be that guy, I would say it. Did you know the original Buddha was wearing the hairstyle known today as Bantu knots? The ancient people of Asia were black. There are numerous Greek and Roman records about these Ethiopians, black people, living from Africa to India. Buddha was not a fat white Asian man as we are taught today. COVID literally stands for Chinese-originated viral infectious disease, and the number 19 is due to being the 19th virus to come out of China. The Trump family has no record of military service in 5 generations, 2 world wars, and over 150 years. Let that sink in. Neither does Obama, but let's not mention that. Stanley Armour Dunham. Stanley Armour Dunham is the maternal grandfather of Barack Obama. He served as a sergeant in the U.S. Army during World War II, enlisting just after attacks on Pearl Harbor. He and his wife Madeline Dunham raised Obama in Honolulu, Hawaii. They found a humanoid tooth in Georgia, country not the state. That's 1.8 million years old. Georgia is a state, not a country. United States is a country. You know what, I'm guessing that last guy, I'm thinking he's from the United States. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star, but we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Happy birthday, Stephen Hawking. That's the saddest part about believing in the theory of evolution, that you believe we're nothing more than monkeys. So sad. We're not advanced monkeys. My ancestors did not evolve from trees. I was created by God, just as everything that exists was also created by Him. Dude, but you know what? This guy is failing to recognize the fact that God might be like the king monkey, you know? My helmet only works if 75% of bicyclists wear them. Wrong analogy. Try this one instead. Not driving while drunk works best if others also don't drive while drunk. Shout out to England for trying the vaccine first. Well, they don't have rights in England, so they probably didn't have a choice. You're not even allowed unpasteurized cheese in the USA. Don't tell me you have rights. The only rights you have above and beyond the UK is the right for person with a room temperature IQ to buy a gun. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna stay silent on that one. Haven't been able to come up with a vaccine for the flu, but able to come up with one for a new virus in a matter of months? There's literally a flu vaccine. Bunnies have lots of sex and we still think they're cute and pure. Let's treat women the same way. Rabbits also mate for life, you vapid communal fleshlight. You know what, I'm starting to think maybe Hugh Hefner's behind that initial tweet. Please research before you continue offending people. White is only used toward Americans who have a very mixed European background. You could never go to someone in Ireland and say they are white. You have to be American to be white. People from Spain, Latin America, etc. may have fair skin, but they are not white. You are trying to win an argument, but you are technically wrong and offending everyone. Please just take a step back. Not every argument needs to be won, especially when it makes you look ignorant. Okay, I'm about as Irish as it gets, and I'm also about as frickin' white as it gets. I think they are one and the same. If my son comes out as trans, I no longer have a son. What? That doesn't even... The comment above was a transphobic comment about if his child were trans. Who gave it the Heart Award? WTF? Hey you, is there any way I can pick up that money? I think you have the wrong number. Hey, it's Erica. Wrong number, dude. Liar, but I'll pretend I didn't text Lewis and he doesn't know it's me, Erica. Lame ass. Clearly Erica isn't a dude's name. But so suck it easy and I'll make sure to post this number everywhere under text, bitch. I'm a 17-year-old child. Please leave me the f alone. I looked up your number and you're from California. I live in Georgia. Seriously, grow up. Dude, why do the Ericas of the world never text me? I would have so much fun with a text like this. The man who killed NASCAR. NASCAR president says sport won't tolerate racism. NASCAR, we won't tolerate racism. And Coulter, you've killed NASCAR. If it doesn't prevent infection, it's not a vaccine. Elon Musk. Underground tunnels are immune to surface weather conditions. Subways are a good example, so it wouldn't matter to Hyperloop if a hurricane was raging on the surface. You wouldn't even notice. You know what? This is a guy that's got it all figured out. Let's just listen to this guy on everything. 300 seconds is exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A minute is 60 seconds, times 2 is 120. Add the extra 30 and that brings it up to 150 seconds total. So 300 seconds would actually be 5 minutes and not 2 minutes 30 seconds. I'm sure this isn't right. For the 100th time, the reason we show so many cases compared to other countries that haven't done nearly as well as we have is that our testing is much bigger and better. We have tested 40 million people. If we did 20 million instead, cases would be half, etc. Not reported. And you know what? If the bar had only given me half as many drinks last night, I'd only be half as trashed. So, you know what? Yeah, I like this way of thinking. Estimates suggest that IVF disposes of around 1.7 million embryos annually, yet only 12% of people find this to be morally wrong. Meanwhile, there are roughly 650,000 abortions per year that 49% say are morally wrong. If life begins at conception, why is there this discrepancy? Conception happens when sperm fertilizes the egg. Disposed embryos are not fertilized, therefore not conceived. Discrepancy solved. Mic drop. Positive. Damn, hope you feel better. Quarantine. Are you stupid? Nah, bro, keep that f***ing act going. That's gonna save you a lot of money on child support, my guy. Hey there. You must go to U Ottawa. Definitely use the right one. You must go to Carleton. Yup, that backfired. Microsoft, don't trust them, people. They harvest your data and give it to the NSA. Open your eyes. That's why I don't use their stuff. You have a PC and you bought your son an Xbox One. My PC is made by Dell, which uses Windows, and the game machine is made by Xbox. Neither of them use Microsoft. I do my research, unlike you. Well, I want this guy on my research team. There are 21 million penguins in Antarctica and the population of Ireland is 6.6 million. So if all of the penguins in Antarctica decided to invade Ireland, each person would have to fight off over 3 million penguins. Guys, let's make this happen now. The Great Penguin War? I don't want any penguins to get hurt, so maybe we could use like Nerf guns, but imagine fighting penguins. That'd be sick. Fun fact, QR codes are 80% depleted and will run out around 2025. There could be 22 trillion possible QR40 codes. That's an ungodly large number. It's more, by far, than the number of atoms, quarks, photons, etc. in the observable universe. I spoke at University of Tennessee a few days ago and experienced a new leftist tactic. These liberal freaks on campuses are now gorging themselves on watermelon and refried beans in an attempt to barf on conservative speakers. Yes, you read that correctly. Good lord. You saw people having a picnic. There was food you didn't know white people ate, and you freaked out. Chill. Hey, could someone bring me some watermelon and refried beans? I got something I gotta try and do later. FYI, the ancient Egyptians were white. Please tell me you people don't actually believe that black people built the pyramids. Hey, this guy's both uneducated and racist. You don't see that often. Oh, wait, yes you do. HIV-positive guy can be around 80,000 people unmasked while hugging Gavin Newsom, but 6-year-olds must be masked in school. Evil tyrants. Last I checked, I don't think you can catch HIV from a cough.